Today, I have a highly requested video, and that is a review of my top 10 products from La Roche-Posay. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I recently put up a poll on my YouTube channel asking you guys which brand you want me to review, and majority of you guys wanted to learn more about La Roche-Posay, which is a brand that is very near and dear to my heart. I love so many of their products. I use it personally, myself, my family uses it. I recommend it to my patients on a regular basis, and these are the ones I frequently use myself and recommend, and the reasons why I love them personally. Now, La Roche-Posay is really well known. All of their products contain thermal spring water that stems from the small city of La Roche-Posay. And this is not just like voodoo water. There's actually quite a bit of scientific studies and history of use with this thermal spring water and benefiting many elements of the skin, including eczema, psoriasis, different types of ichthyosis, as well as chemo patients and patients who have undergone extensive surgery that have really devastating and painful scar contractures. And the La Roche-Posay treatment center was newly renovated after COVID, and I was part of the first medical team of dermatologists that was able to visit that center, and I was blown away by how, first of all, how beautiful it was. Certainly not what I envisioned the spring center to be. I think I just envisioned people sitting in like a tub, like a swimming pool, and just soaking their skin, and it was highly innovative and very chic. The idea behind the thermal spring water essentially is it's got high concentrations of different minerals, in particular calcium and selenium, to name a few, that we know actually plays a role in our skin metabolism, have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. But La Roche-Posay has done a lot of studies on their thermal spring water, and really what has been shown with the different types of minerals present in their water is it really is a great media for promotion of healthy skin microbiome, which is why you often see that labeled and talked about on their website or in their products. Okay, so now let's get into the products. The first product I want to talk about is a cleanser, and is their Lipikar wash, AP wash. And I like this one because it's a great multi-purpose cleanser, slightly foaming, not super harsh, and it's pretty gentle. This has their collection of the thermal spring water, niacinamide, and glycerin to help with the skin moisture barrier and not be overly aggressive with stripping skin's natural oil when it comes to cleansing. Now, I love this one because it's really convenient because you can use it on your face, on your body, in your kids. It's actually approved for babies as well and adults. So really, it's just like, I feel like if there's one cleanser I could use for the entire household, this is one to go with. So the next product is a moisturizer, and I'm going to talk about a few of my favorite moisturizers from them. And it's Lipikar Balm AP, and the newly enhanced, I actually have an older version, but the newly enhanced you will see is Ap+m. So the subtle differences between this current one and the new one is that they have all the similar formulation and ingredients. That includes ceramides, shea butter, glycerin, and then newly added for kind of this M stands for like the moisture skin barrier, is this postbiotic bacteria that has been shown to really grow in the thermal spring water to clinically actually improve skin microbiome. So really a good one for individuals who are prone to eczema and dry skin. You guys have heard me talk about Lipikar Balm before. This is one that I will basically switch to in the winter time for myself as well as for my whole family. It is a thicker moisturizer, and also this you can use on the face as well as on the body for the whole family. So again, a really nice and hydrating, nourishing, thicker moisturizer that can really be used by everyone in the family. The studies actually from this moisturizer is pretty amazing. It's actually shown to really help individuals with eczema that tends to grow staph bacteria, which we know drives eczema, and really improve that disbalance of the skin microbiome towards a healthier state. And they've actually swapped the patients in published clinical studies, swapped this patient's skin before and after, and have shown that by just using a moisturizer with these ingredients significantly changes the skin's microbiome for the better. And so I find that to be really fascinating. So this is highly one I recommend if you have dry skin, eczema prone skin, or just seeking a thicker moisturizer that's going to do a better job at keeping your skin healthy for the winter time. Going down the list of moisturizers, the next one I really love is from Toleriane. There are a couple from this line that I personally really highly recommend and use myself. First one is the Toleriane Ultra Soothing Moisturizer. This contains, in addition to thermal spring water, which is in every single one of La Roche-Posay's products, it contains a few other ingredients that are really helpful and geared towards calming and soothing irritated and rosacea prone skin. So it contains glycerin, dimethicone, and shea butter, which are nourishing ingredients. And I know some individuals are kind of hit and miss with dimethicone. I personally don't have a problem with it. Dimethicone is a great emollient, helps to smooth the skin, helps to reduce water loss to the skin. And then it also has this peptide called neurosensane. And I love it because number one, it's a rich moisturizer. You know, with a smaller bottle, obviously you probably want to use it for the face, but it is really one of those few that I personally have found to never cause any burning on my skin, regardless of how irritated and sensitive my skin is. And so that is number one why I love it. Two, the neurosensane is a peptide that actually, again, in clinical studies has shown to have a calming effect and soothing effect, in particular, especially helpful for individuals with rosacea. And actually, this product has been shown to really augment prescription treatments for rosacea. Highly recommend this. The next two moisturizers are from the same family, but two different formulations depending on your skin type. That is the Toleriane Double Repair. This one is one that has been out much longer, and what I really like, I recommend to really everyone. It contains glycerin, niacinamide, and ceramide, and it's a lightweight oil-free formulation, and I love it because it's very versatile. It's creamy, hydrating, but not over the top thick and nourishing like this one, the Toleriane Ultra. It's great for those with normal, combination, and even oily skin depending on the season. For example, for oily skin individuals, if you're using a retinoid, for example, and you are seeking a little bit slightly more thicker formulation of a moisturizer to put on with your retinoid at night, this is a great one to use. Similarly, if you have oily skin but you live in like the tundra, Minneapolis in the winter time, this can be a great winter moisturizer. So, you know, it really has a use. I feel like this moisturizer can find its place in everyone's skincare shelf. And then La Roche-Posay came out with this one recently, and it's a great one for those with oily and combination skin. And it's more of a gel cream formulation in addition to the same active ingredients as the other cream. This contains perlite and silica that are mattifying. So great to use as a morning moisturizer. This is what I have been using pretty much this summertime. I find that it works really nicely in the summer for my skin. For the winter time, you know, this may not be thick or nourishing enough, but certainly for the summer, this is a great one to switch to. Okay, so the last moisturizer slash treatment is the Cicaplast Balm B5. And this is even more heavy duty, slightly pasty, thick, slightly occlusive cream, great for lots of different uses. It contains B5 vitamin, it contains glycerin, dimethicone, and Centella asiatica madecassoside is the, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is one of the active compounds found in Centella asiatica plant, which we know is very popular, has great wound healing and soothing properties. It's just like a healing ointment that is really multifunctional, and you certainly can use it as little as you want or as extensively as you need. But I personally love this in the winter time to spot treat my flaky skin, put a coat of this on under my mask if I'm struggling with mask acne and skin barrier breakdown. And then I think this can be a great one to use post peel too. So lots of different uses. It's such a great thick moisturizer slash like treatment healing balm, if you will. Okay, now let's get into some of the more active ingredients treatment products that I really like from La Roche-Posay. To start off is their little serum bottles, and you've seen probably their yellow one, vitamin C, the blue one, hyaluronic acid, white one, and there's a red one. I think they're all great, but my personal favorite is the Glycolic B5 to start. So this is great if you are looking for a product to help to even out skin texture and skin tone. It contains 10% glycolic acid, in addition, kojic acid, lipohydroxy acid, which is a derivative of salicylic acid that's mostly found in L'Oreal products because it was discovered and patented by L'Oreal. Tranexamic acid, as well as B5, so panthenol, which is why it's glycolic B5. But this is a great serum that I think you can use a couple ways: to spot treat areas of hyperpigmentation, or to use it all over if you're struggling with kind of pretty diffuse uneven skin texture and skin tone. All of their serums in a way have a similar texture that is slightly sticky in nature, so I think it's not certainly a texture that is enjoyed by everyone, but I personally don't have an issue with it. But I think this is just a great one if you're struggling with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from acne, from extensive sun damage, or even melasma. And the last treatment product I recommend, mostly for the active ingredient, Adapalene 0.1% gel, which as a dermatologist, this is really my top recommendation when it comes to treating acne. That is something that's readily available in drugstores. Last but not least, I cannot do a La Roche-Posay favorites or review without talking about their sunscreen. So I think by far, aside from Lipikar, when I talk to patients about eczema, I have to say La Roche-Posay sunscreen is probably the most recommended product from me to my patients day to day in clinic. Number one, La Roche-Posay has great formulation behind their sunscreen. They have this cell ox technology that is patented. Basically, it's their chemical and or mineral filters paired with an antioxidant that has been shown and published in studies to really augment the benefits of photoprotection. And take it to the next level, like I said, Europe, they have a new filter that helps to block even longer wavelengths of UVA invisible light. So I talked about this in my recent sunscreen review. Anywho, in the US, when I mention sunscreen products, especially when it comes to the Roche-Posay, the Anthelios line is really what I'm talking about. And I only have two here that I could find on hand, but I love the Anthelios liquid formulation. This one, the one that shakes. This one is really nice because you can get it in the chemical as well as the mineral filter. Both are great. To be honest, the chemical filter is my favorite, but even the mineral one is really lightweight and doesn't really leave much of a white cast. So these are great for really summertime. Anyone who wants a sunscreen with a nice non-greasy finish that's fast absorbing, that doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. And then there is one that I think is great for oily skin, and it's the Anthelios Clear that also has silica particles that helps to mattify. So this is a chemical filter, and I find this really well liked by a lot of my male patients who don't like greasy sunscreen. They even have another one that is I believe it's called it's the SPF 70 anti-aging that has niacinamide as well. That is more on the hydrating side. I think that's better for those with dry skin or those who may want to switch up to a more hydrating sunscreen for the winter. And then lastly, one of my personal favorites that I really love and really is the one that I use for summer is the Anthelios Melt in Milk. That comes in an SPF 60 and an SPF 100. I use the 100 and it's great because it's lightweight, it's fast absorbing. When you put it on, literally within like 30 seconds, it doesn't feel like you've really put anything on your skin. So that is my go-to sunscreen for face and body in the summertime. That is one I highly recommend checking out if you really don't like sticky feelings, sticky arms and legs and body in the summertime, and you're looking for an elegant, high protection sunscreen to use in the summer. All right, guys, that is a rundown of my favorite products from La Roche-Posay. I hope you enjoyed this review. Certainly, if any of your favorites are in here, please comment below and let me know. And also let me know what other brands, drugstore brands, or even expensive brands that you would want me to review, and I'd be happy to do so next time. And if you have any questions about these products, also comment below. I'd be happy to answer them as well. And I love it if you guys can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!